Hey ladies, this is yet Generation Next event after the one-on-one show that Miss Sirra had with Miss Our Gay. This is an amazing story, and we have seen the resilience in Our having struggled from different stages, but she still made it. One thing that stand out is the fact that she's so determined and focused to get to where she wants to be despite the distractions that may come along. But she said her focus is on the prize. What's it take on Sirra?
Yes. Sorry for that. And before I even say in that regard, having come over where we're standing, she said that because it's a bit sleepy, it's raining. And then what happens if she falls? And I told her if she falls, she can get up again. Because why I brought this in this context is because of her life journey.
Yeah.
I remember when she said that she wished her mother were here
Right.
to see the achievement that she has done so far, or she's acquired so far.
Indeed.
But also in the conversation, she mentioned discipline, and I think it's key, or it's crucial, it's contentious that most people would tell you, no matter how far you've gone with your education, no matter what you've got, it could be the last degree you may batch from your education, but if you do not have discipline, then it's nothing.
Right.
And the last time I remember when I talked about humility as well. But then quoting from all the narration she mentioned, of course, she's giving good advice, a piece of advice to you, the young person who is watching this. And I'm sure if you want to get the advice, get to our page, that is Generation Next, and you will see the conversation that I have with our guy. And she's here to say it herself, not all, but say one or two things from the conversation. And I'm sure I would let her to.
Well, I mean, we are very much amazed that you share your story with us, and this is so inspiring. And I believe that it's not a walk in the park. Actually, the story just says that seems like it's easy for you to ride through, but I'm sure this is really hard work getting to where you are. You say more to the young people who will be inspired with this story, the lessons that they can learn. Our gay, the feminist, our gay,
the lawyer,
barista, the people's barista,
people, yeah.
Our gay, the lawyer in the making, the youngest lawyer, if I can say that. That is so inspiring.
Yeah, thank you very much. And like you said, it has not been an easy journey for me. Like, it has not been the same for other people as well. But I believe as a young person, if you're determined and you really want to do something in life, although there will always be challenges, always, that is something that I always buttress on, but with determination, with keeping your eyes on the prize and being refused to be distracted, you will surely get there, even if it takes you years. And then as you keep falling, like she says, you fall, you bring yourself up, get up again, and then keep on doing what you do. That is what gets you far. And don't listen to whatever distractions that are going to be along the way. And I had her talked about something regarding humility. I know a lot of the times, sometimes people define humility in a way that means not celebrating your wins, or trying to shy away from anything that has to do with you being out there. But sometimes I feel humility, is something that a person has. And sometimes you don't really need to show people you're humble by, running away from opportunities that are going to help you move forward.
Right.
Or by keeping your achievements secret. Let's say I might not even know that you're doing something and it's really big, but because you want to be humble, you're keeping it.
Right.
So that maybe there's someone out there that is interested in what you're doing and wants to support you.
Right.
So in as much as we want to keep it humble, we need to also define humility in such a way that it does not mean hiding our gifts, hiding our talents, and not celebrating our wins. So we need to have that balance. Because it's also important to celebrate what you do, celebrate your work. It is what makes other people to know what you do. And in that process, you never know what opportunity can come along the line. So always celebrate yourself.
Always celebrate yourself. I was scared at some point when should I use the word threaten me, that you're going to sue me if you fall down here. Although Sirra said if you fall down, you can get up. It's not as easy as that for lawyers. She's going to tell me, what? You bring me here and I'm
Well,
going to
he
sue you.
brought me here, so, and then water and the place is slippery, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later.
And the good thing is we laugh up like over it and then
Yeah.
halas. But
Indeed.
coming to what she says regarding the humility aspect, of course, these are some of the words that English people might say they are disyllabic. Of course, context matters. Sometimes how you're able to define humility might differ from how someone else would take it. And certain people, what they do is when they define any word, it's from their experience. Because anybody who has defined that meaning perhaps may define it based on how they experience the whole thing. It might be different from how I would give a total definition of what that may mean based on what I've experienced. But overall, it all boils down to being humble as in your work, being humble as in who you are as a person, how you comport yourself as a person. I think is imperative, it's critical, it's key, it's consensual. I always talk about these things. And as a young person, come on, you see, challenges would come. Definitely they would come.
Yeah.
But how do you let that define you as a person? How do you let that take you as a person? You don't just succumb to whatever challenges that you may find
Yeah.
yourself along the way, because yes, it will definitely come.
And like, I think I have one of my favorite quotes from Maya Angelou, which talks about the fact that we go through a lot of experiences, but we must not allow those experiences to define us. So we go, you can go through a lot of things. You can go through things that you don't talk to anybody about, but you should not allow those experiences to shape and define you as a person. So yeah, just focus on the bag and keep moving.
Right. So, ladies, this is so great. At this point, to the final segment of the show, which is encouraging our viewers to give us feedbacks. This is going to help us to know the areas that we need improvements on, where we need to work hard on, and at least to make sure that we present and bring out things that will be more better at this point, Sirra.
See, I smile at this point. I didn't go far, but I smile at this point because when you talked about the feedback session and having her talked about the collaborative session, and I always say this, interestingly, these are words that I always say, but it always bounces back depending on whom we have on the one-on-one exclusive. So you see, collaborative is important. It is critical, it is key. And if we want to achieve certain things, particularly that of us, the young persons, if we're really serious about development, if we're really serious about us changing the narration, us, of course, they always say we are the we are the generations, the future generation, right? So if we're really serious about that, I think it is high time that all hands are on deck as young person to support one another. What can you do as a young person who's watching? Even if you're not a young person, you may be the ones shaping the world now, but what can you do in supporting us? It's by supporting what we are doing, giving us feedback, telling us where you think we need to improve. What ideas do you think, if we implement, is going to help or go a long way in nurturing this generation next? So please, we implore you as a team to give us your feedback. Because through that, we all want to grow, and through your feedback, we will be able to grow. We will be able to know where we've defected, where we can work on, how best can we help you as a young person. And don't forget, if you think you have a story you want to share, you may not have someone to talk to. I mentioned that. Please, we are open. We all have our problems. But until you share your problem, you may not know that another person may be faced with a much difficult challenge, if not similar to yours. So please give us feedback. If you want to talk, we are here, Generation Next. We are here for you. So please reach out and humble to help.
Right. Thank you very much, ladies. It's great to have you both here. And this is a wonderful Saturday until we meet again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.